Archiving and sharing research data has become the norm. Research funders, including the National Research Foundation, have mandated the archiving and sharing of research data in a data repository. Researchers at UWC can store and publish their data to the UWC Research Data Repository, also known as Kikapu. There are so many benefits to sharing your research data. These include promoting transparency, promoting new discoveries, increasing research impact and citation rates, supporting validation and replication, enhancing collaboration between researchers and institutions, increasing returns from public investment, and reducing redundant research. This video tutorial will illustrate the process of uploading your research data to the UWC data repository. To get started, go to www.uwc.figshare.com. From the home page, first click on Accept Cookies on the top right of your screen. Then, log in using the button at the top right corner of the screen. Enter your Novel or eComva username and password, and then click Login. This process verifies your identity as a UWC student, staff member, or researcher and creates your account. Once your profile is created, you have the option of adding files, creating projects and collections, and checking on activity related to your data. This video will focus on the upload process. To start, select Upload next to your profile button on the top right side of the screen. We recommend creating a project in order to group related files together. Select the Projects tab and click on Create New Project. Enter a project title and description. Other researchers or project participants can be invited to upload records to this project as well. Funder details can also be provided here. You can include the funder and the grant number. Select Individual for data collected for a thesis or individual research project. The record can be shared with other researchers. Group projects largely have multiple researchers working simultaneously. Groups are selected from the drop-down list. Groups are created by the platform administrator. Bear in mind that once saved, this cannot be changed. Click Save Changes to create the project. Details can be amended as needed later. Now that you have created a project, it's time to upload files. At the top right of the screen, select My Data and then Projects. Open the project where you wish to upload your data. You can either select Add a new item or drag and drop one or more selected files into the window to get started. Note that multiple files can be added to one record. The selected files will appear at the top of the new window. Make sure to wait until the files are 100% loaded, especially for bigger files. Note that a metadata-only record can be created by inserting the online location of the original dataset. Use this option when data is already stored elsewhere. You will now be required to enter the metadata for your record. The metadata tells the story of your data and helps make it discoverable, so be as descriptive as possible. The title of the dataset or file should be more descriptive than a simple file name. This will also help with its discoverability. Enter the author or authors. Once names have been entered, you can drag and drop them to rearrange or delete them if necessary. You can also add ORCID IDs here if you have them. Select a subject category that correlates to your research from the menu. You may select multiple categories. Select an item type from the drop-down menu. Enter appropriate keywords. A good strategy is to ask yourself which group of terms you would enter into a search engine that would return this dataset. Don't use too many keywords. Try to keep it to 5. Remember that these also help make your data more discoverable. Press Enter after each entry. Provide a description of the data you have uploaded. Add as much context as you can, including your methodology, techniques, and ethics approval. You may also include the abstract of your thesis or published article or book chapter. Add the funder or grant details, if any. You can add multiple entries here. If you have published an article based on this data, enter the DOI of the article. You may also enter the URL of your thesis. Select an appropriate license for sharing your data. The default license, CC BY 4.0, means that anyone is free to use your data, but they are required to acknowledge you. Click on the link to learn more about Creative Commons licenses. An embargo may be added, which will make your data publicly available after a specified period of time. Your files may be made confidential should you wish users to request a copy of your data. You may generate a private link to provide to identified users with access to your data. You may wish to reserve a digital object identifier, or DOI, in the event that you will publish your data. Do not publish your data until you are absolutely sure you wish to make it public. Select Save Changes to complete the upload. You can either leave this window by clicking outside it or by clicking the grey arrow on the top right corner of your screen. Your metadata record will now be available online. If you have chosen to make your files confidential, they will not be available for view or download. If you wish to edit an item, simply click on the small grey cog to the right of the item.